Hello everyone, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card I have to share with you today. It's this beautiful dahlia. I absolutely love dahlias, so when I saw the stamp set I had to have it. Now this stamp set's actually a freebie I got during celebration. So in celebration, there's two levels. For every £45 you spend you can get a free item, or for £90 you can get an even better item, and this is one of the items I got, so I wanted to use it. I've got everything set up in my Stamparatus, and we're going to stamp initially here in Memento, and I've got the dahlia and a leaf piece in here, and I'm just giving it a good ink up. And I'll show you the stamp set in a second. Need to move my magnet out the way. And just give it a good press down. There we go, lovely. Put this back in its position and let's clean this up. Okay, and this is just a simple chamois. You've seen me use this 101 times. So we can get rid of our dahlia because we've finished with that. I'll show you the stamp set now. Delicate dahlias, and you've got the outline, and you can two-step. You can add the inside, though you can stamp with this by itself, so it's really cool. So I always put my stamps on the outside of my case like this until I'm finished with them all. So I'm just going to move my lid up one slot so I can restamp the sleeves, because we want two of them. And this will just make lining up everything for the two-stepping much easier. Okay, bring it back to position, clean up. Sorry I'm squeaking. Okay, remove that, and then we're going to get the inside bits. So you can see here I've used this a few times already because it's stained. I know some people don't like their stamps to be stained, but actually you'll see having the stamp stained makes lining things up now at the next stage actually much easier than when it's totally see-through. Don't ask me why, but it's just the way it worked out. Okay, taking all the bits out that I need, leave that there. This is the dahlia. Now some people struggle to line it up. I look for these two little pieces here and here that's sticking out. I look for the same thing here on my, there they are, on my outline image, and then you can see here what I said. Well, let me zoom you in just a little bit and maybe you can see better there how having this stained actually makes this really easy to see exactly where you want it to go, which is something like that. And then do the same for our leaf image. This is easier to line up. Something like that. That will do for me. Pick it up with my lid. Make sure this is backed into the corner again. Now, the dahlia we're going to stamp in Mango Melody. And the leaf image we are going to stamp in Old Olive. I'm just being careful that I don't get ink where I don't want it to be, or on the other stamp, because they're quite close together. Okay, remember you can always restamp if things don't go your way. Just give it a really good press down. Okay, lovely. Now I'm going to stamp my leaf again. Let me just move it up one rung. There's method in my madness. Okay. My magnet's in the way, that's why it's not wanting to go down. There we are. Bring this back into position. We're finished with the old olive. So close it up. Simple chamois time. And I'm just going to clean up here. I'm just going to clean my leaf up because I want to restamp my dahlia, make it a bit darker. I think I've decided. So let's restamp this. Because everything's in the same position, it's going to restamp beautifully. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so close up the ThinkPad before we have a disaster. Clean up our stamp before we have ink going everywhere that we don't want. Okay, and then while we have this piece out, we're just going to stamp our sentiment as well. And this was this one that said, "Thank you kindly." Very American saying, I think, "Thank you kindly." But anyway, there we go. That's all the stamping done. So let's remove this, give everything a final clean up, and then we can put that away. Put that away, and I think I can zoom you out now a little bit. And let's put our magnets back in a little place to hide there, and put that away. Okay, so now our sentiment is going to get punched out using this punch, and this is the, what punch is it? The Label Me Fancy punch. So let's get a pair of scissors so we can cut this apart, and then we're just going to put it in our punch and try and center it and punch that out. And then I'm going to get a scrap here of the same, of some old olive, and this paper gets used again in the what we're going to be doing. So let me put that aside and tell you about the next stage. We are going to fussy cut this all out. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be back. Okay, so I fussy cut everything out, as you can see. It's all done. So now we're ready to start assembling our card. So let's bring back our bits. Our card base is Mango Melodies. There's a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then fold in half. Then I've got a piece here of basic white, and I've put this through this embossing folder called Bloom. And it gives a lovely, as you can see, embossed finish. So we're going to stick this down now, and this is just 14.35 centimeters by 10 centimeters, but all the measurements will be on the blog post on my website, and the links to that are in the description box below. So I'm using Tombow because, as you can most probably hear, there's a lot of dimension on this thing. You can hear the glue going over all the ridges and valleys. So we want to make sure this is going to stick down really nicely. So I'm going to put this down. Make sure it's really stuck down. And I tend to go from the other side just quickly. Sometimes I find it easier like this, just to get a bit of pressure on it and get it stuck down like that. Then we have a piece of basic white, and this measures something or other. Let me see here, what does it measure? It measures 7 by 7 centimeters, and then this piece of Old Olive Designer Shoes paper from the family stack measures 7.5 by 7.5, I think. But as I said, all the measurements will be on the blog post. Yeah, 7.5 by 7.5. And then we're going to I'm going to actually use Tombow again here this time, because we had hearing this down to all that dimension. Okay, and somewhere like that, we'll go with it. And then our Dahlia, and I'm just going to put Tombow in the centre so that we can tuck a little bit. Just like that. And then we have our leaves here, so now we can decide where we want them to go. Yeah, let's have the first one there. So again, Tombow on the back of the leaves. See, daisy. And these are actually really easy to fussy cut out. You just need to take your time with it. Now I'm deciding, do I want both leaves like I did before, or just one? You know, I'm just going to leave it with one this time actually. Close up our Tombow, we don't need that anymore. Whoopsie daisy, sorry for the noise. And then our sentiment now. Sentiment I just backed onto another little piece of the Old Olive Designer Series paper, as you can see. Get rid of the backings of the dimensionals, but we're going to pop this one up, and then just put that there. And there we have our 2 cards. So I hope you like them. Let me know, do you like it with lots of leaves, less leaves? Let me know. So I hope you enjoyed the project. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. As I said, all the information about the project will be on my blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links, including the link to my Facebook group where I host a monthly online car club, as I said, are all in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.